Hello, beautiful human. Thanks for clicking on our interview with EBEN. He's a good man. He has a new EP out now, past 100 days. He's been on the road with Why Don't We for what feels like forever. He's going to talk about the guys and how he got involved with them and what his role in the group really is. Also, he's going to talk about his EP. We're going to get into Lambo and a lot more. He's a good guy, and he filled the studio with a genuine energy, and I think you're going to enjoy this conversation. Leave your feedback in the comment section below, please. And we have a podcast, link in the description below, and it'd be really cool if you subscribed. Pretty please. Okay, enjoy.
Let's do this. Zach Show.
Come on in.
I know the boys have been here, so it's like I always try to find them.
Recently, I think.
Zach Sang Show. Come on in, man. Get right in there to that mic.
Oh, this is super comfy.
Yeah,
This is way more comfortable than I was expecting.
it's not too shabby.
Not too shabby up in here.
I think people first feel that it's weird because we're a little bit far away, but the second you put your headphones on and you really give into the couch.
No, it's just, it feels, see.
See, it's like
There
we're
it is.
right
You're
there.
right. You're right here up in my face.
It's magic.
And I love it.
Wow. Heather, Dan,
Wow.
and we welcome to the studio, EBEN.
Evan. Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Not
How are you?
Evan.
Not Evan.
You want to make that very clear.
Like, as clear as it could possibly be, EBEN.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your shoes. You're wearing...
Don't look at my shoes. This is a one-time thing that was my 22nd birthday present to myself.
your Gucci flip-flops.
Oh, God.
Gucci flip flops.
And your dirty white socks.
You like them?
I mean,
They're my champion socks. They're my most comfortable socks. They're like the thick ones.
you look like you've been wearing them for, I don't know, years?
Thank you. Are you for real?
Thank you, he says.
Yeah, there's stains on the side.
That's what it is right there.
Yeah, it just doesn't match with the Gucci, but it's a look, but I feel
I
like
have
it's...
to balance it out because
That's it.
this is not who I am.
No.
This was a one-time thing. Like, it was my birthday present to myself. I was like, I don't have any, I'm not about that Gucci life. And like,
Doesn't sound like it by the way you said it.
No, exactly. And the boys are like always like, Evan, you gotta get something Gucci, bro. Like, you gotta get something Gucci. I'm like, God, all right, I'll find the cheapest shoe that I can find on the website. And they were the flop. So I
How
got
much were
them.
they?
Like $300.
Whoa.
Like, it hurt. It was painful. Like, it was like, ugh.
Did you look at your bank account afterwards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what
I
do you
did.
think? Regret?
Absolutely. But then I put them on and they were way more comfortable than I thought they were going to be.
Also, like, you spend a lot of time with these Why Don't We boys, and they're bad influences on you.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh,
They make
God,
good
dude.
money. They're out there
Oh,
performing.
yeah, they're winning.
Every time I've seen you, I'm not going to lie, Eben, they're out there doing their thing, and then you're like chilling backstage, like playing Fortnite, or like, no. Are you a Fortnite player back there with them?
I play Fortnite, not with them. Like, when I get my time, like, to not be like loading in, setting up and everything, like, I'm relaxing.
I've seen you like sleep. That was it.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to
I
think
don't
of-
like when we go on tour, like, we don't sleep. And it's so precious. Like, if you get to sleep until 6 a.m, oh my God. Like, it's a happy day.
What was the balance when you're on the road? Because didn't they do like 2 months or a month where they did like 80 something shows?
Yeah. So like this year we did it was like a 2-month run here in the States. So we were going around and then
Because I saw you Kansas City and I've seen you in Memphis.
oh, those were good shows.
Yeah.
Tight. So yeah, I did 2 months here in the US and then in June went to Europe for like a little over a month, which was unbelievable. Like, that was one of the best like experiences of my life, for real. And then we just went to Asia and Australia. And then we're going back to Europe October.
Wow.
So it's been crazy year.
Has your come up kind of been in sync with Why Don't We? Because you've been on the road with them, you guys share like a team, like
Yeah.
you're connected, and you're
Oh yeah.
you're like a
We're all-
brother to the band.
We're like those are my family members, like, for real. Those boys, so like when I like was first introduced to them and like got to hang out with them and stuff, it was at a show in Cincinnati on their Taking You tour,
Okay.
and met with them, and their management was my old management because I used to be in a boy band.
Got it.
So Dave was like, yo, come out to LA, kind of, work with the boys, like mentor them or whatever. Cause like I've kind of had like the same experiences like up till like that point. And yeah, they came out to LA and they were like, yeah, have Eben come out and just do whatever. And
And look what it's turned into.
Yeah.
I want to dive into this because,
Yeah.
dude, you search EBEN and there's not a ton about you on the internet.
Yeah.
Under EBEN, like I had, that's it. I thought you were either a part of American Idol or a boy band because I had met you.
And there's like no in between.
What boy band?
It was a boy band called About Last Night.
All right.
And then we were called Far Young before that, but
You don't sound very proud.
no. I mean, I'm proud. Like I'm so thankful for the experience. Like I learned so much being in a group. Like it's crazy. Just like having to come to terms with compromise and it's not all about you, and just learning how to work as a collective and as a group, and then learning how to deal with people who don't want to work like as a collective or as a group. So it's like I got the like the best of both worlds of learning how to work with people and learning how to work with people that don't want to work with you, and
Yeah.
like want nothing to do with stuff. So
And that's rough because
yeah.
especially in a creative environment.
it's so hard because like when I was in that group, I think our biggest problem was creative direction and like where everybody wanted to go. So like we were kind of handpicked and put together, and we were all from different parts of the world, right? So it's like music that's popping in New Zealand it's kind of like behind of what's like popping here in the States, right?
Yeah.
Or like the sounds, just like everything. And that goes, just for different places around the world. And so it's like when you've got someone from Wales, someone from New Zealand, someone from America, and then someone from England, like it's just everyone wants to do like, this is what's popping in our country, we got to do this. And it's like
That's a melting pot.
It was rough. It was hard.
Is that why it didn't work?
Yeah, it didn't work for. I mean that was a huge reason. I'd say it. I mean it definitely didn't work because we weren't all like in one. We weren't all in sync. Like the Why Don't We boys, they are exactly in sync, like perfectly to a T.
One goal, one passion.
One goal. They all want to do the same music. Like they all have each other's backs like completely. There's no other agendas when it comes to being in the group. Like they're for the group, right? And that was not the case when I was in my group. People trying to make like backdoor deals like while we're in the group, and then like telling me about it, like, oh, we'll help you out, bro, like once I make it big. It's like, what the hell? We're in a group. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Like,
I feel like they were 1,000 steps ahead with no idea where they were actually going, just based on what you're saying, and that's kind of sad.
It was crazy, and like I was completely shut out creatively, like absolutely in every single way, because they all wanted to be like Jodeci and Boys to Men and like a '90s R&B group, and that's cool, but like I didn't want to be that, and like no one's like it's not really in right now. Like it had its time, and it'll come back around because music's a cycle.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like no one wants to hear people run a whole song. Like it's too much.
If you could go back and fix a couple things in that whole situation, do you know what you would have done differently, or what? And it doesn't have to be for you.
I think I would have just stood my ground a bit more and not let the intimidation like have me cower down and just be like, okay, because I just became a yes man because it was impossible. It was like
You're outnumbered.
I was completely outnumbered, like fully. Management was like, blah blah blah, got to do this, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like if I fight it, they'll be like, what, do you want to be 4 Justin Biebers? It's like, well, I mean, that wouldn't be too shabby. Like Justin Bieber's kind of out here, and like, he got to do the music that he wanted to do, and like he's winning and everything. But
I think there's originality and standing out and not going north when everybody else is going north.
yeah,
Without being, it doesn't even matter what the actual vision is. If not everybody's in sync and heading in the right direction, it's never going to work.
Completely like
it doesn't even
won't
matter.
mesh together, and it was impossible. And like it just came to a point where people were just going off and doing their own stuff, and it was like, okay.
So when do you know it's time to leave, or did it just like combust?
It just combusted, and it just hit a point where everyone was like, you know what, this is ridiculous. I mean, I like honestly till the point that it like stopped, I was fighting so hard for the group because I was in the group to have the group win. Like I had no, oh, I'm gonna be in the group to become the Justin Timberlake so that I can have a solo career and blah blah blah. Like that, like I was literally the only one who was in it for the group and like for the collective, and everyone else was kind of, the group, and then it's like, well, what's gonna happen after the group if the group makes? It's like we haven't even made it. We're nobodies. Like no one's heard of. Like what are you talking about? Like you're thinking of things that have 1,000 steps before that'll even happen, and it's like it was delusional. Like it was like
That's the best way to describe it.
It was delusional, and like just sitting there and watching it happen, and it was. I learned so much. But I'm super thankful, and they're like, I'll always have a relationship with my old bandmates. Like there's no bad blood, like, but the situation was what it was, and like they'll always be my brothers, but we've moved on.
Yeah. Wow. You're doing pretty well now, by the way.
Yeah, I'm happy that, I'm in a position where I can like do my own thing creatively and, have people who have my back. It's awesome.
But you wouldn't be where you are today without all of that. So
no,
that's
not at all. That's why I'm saying, like, I will not discredit like the opportunity or anything that I've gone through, because like every struggle, every situation is just a stepping stone to the next, successful whatever it is that blossoms. It's like nothing's always rainbows and butterflies and super happy. Like, you have to go through some like dark times to be able to take advantage and realize the good ones. You
learn from them, and then as you face darker times, you're not as scared.
Exactly. You can go in with
confidence.
Exactly.
You made it through.
Yeah.
You made it through the last one,
Yeah, exactly.
Bring it on again.
Exactly.
Past 100 days.
Past 100 days.
EP or album?
EP.
Got it. Did you write it in 100 days?
Yeah.
The whole thing done in 100 days?
The whole thing done in 100 days, yeah.
Are all the stories about the past 100 days?
Yeah, for the most part. Literally, like everything, like the past 100 days, it's kind of like a status update to my life, because like a lot happened. We toured a lot, traveled a lot, because like I dropped the Finally EP, my first project, like earlier this year, like right before I went on the Invitation tour with the boys, and then but yeah, just like a lot of stuff, a lot of things happened in between then. So
do you write all of this? Are you working with other writers? Because Lambo was, I remember hearing Lambo. My friend wrote it, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
Great guy.
He texted me yesterday. We talk all the time.
He's a good human being.
He is a true sweetheart. Like this man is so nice. He's awesome.
Really positive, and just you look into his eyes and you just feel like he really genuinely
you
cares
just feel
about
like happy. Yeah, exactly. It's
nice.
So nice.
It's so cute.
I remember hearing the demo for Lambo and freaking out. I was like, this song is... Dude, I felt like it was a smash record.
I love it.
But that was given to you.
Yeah, and that's like the only song really that's been, given to me and like brought to the table where it's like, okay, Eben, like, what do you think of this? And I was like, yo, let's do this. But like I've always been the type where it's like I want to be super involved in my music. Like I don't want to be like an artist where everything's brought to me and I just sing demos or whatever. Like I want it to be natural, and I want it to like come from me. I'm slowly being choked by this.
I was just gonna say you should flip your headphones, flip them around. But it's very rare when a song like Lambo comes around and it does accurately describe you. I mean, you're wearing your dirty champ socks with your one pair of Gucci flip flops. Come on, what represents Lambo in the story of that record more than that?
Nothing. Like there's nothing. Literally nothing that can represent. No, but like Lambo was, it literally just, it was my life. Cause it's like I'm,
and you're around all this wealth.
Yeah, it's like I'm lucky enough to be around a lot of successful people, and
you were flying on private jets from gig to gig.
Yeah,
I see you.
It's fun, dude. It's tight. I'm not gonna lie. It is a really good time. Like it's so much fun. But like when I first heard it, I was like, this is my life. Like just watching all, successful people living up in the Beverly Hills, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'll like, see them complain about stuff. And it's like, wow,
That's it.
Wow, man.
Like, wow, dude. Like, are you
Okay.
serious? Like, you can like we can trade places for like a week, and you come back here and tell me that you won't like
You're
complain
right.
about. You know what I mean?
Money
But, like, that's
eases pain sometimes, but it really doesn't solve all
yeah,
problems.
exactly. Money is not the
Money's not the
solution.
cure, yes.
Yeah, money's not.
Do you
the
have
cure.
Lamborghini money yet?
Hell no. I have a
you
fund, and there's like $60 in there so far, but we're making our way.
There you go.
Well, you wasted almost half of that on those shoes.
I did indeed, so I'm back to square one.
So did you write on every one of these records?
Yeah, every single one. I wrote Back to Us all by myself. Home, wrote that one myself.
Cool.
When Did You Know? I wrote it with my friend Macy Kate. She's an artist, and she's unbelievable singer. Like, this girl can sing, like, it's crazy.
I really liked this record, When Did You Know? What is the story behind that?
This one is like the most honest song on the project, I'd say. Like, when I wrote this, just in the middle of, girl problems and stuff like that, and it's like, I feel the hardest question to ask someone is, when did you know that you fell out of love with me and wanted to be on your own? Like, because that's exactly, but like, I wrote it from the perspective of like the girl talking to the guy. So like her talking to me
And telling you.
and telling me, when did you know you fell out of love with me and wanted to be on your own? But so it's like, it can go both ways.
So the girl is telling you when she fell out of love with you?
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. Did
Yeah.
that happen?
Yeah.
Did you ask?
I asked.
I mean, you want an answer.
And it, yeah. I mean, it's,
Did she give you an honest answer?
there was an honest answer. It was just like, we've been in a we've been doing long distance for like ever. And just the travel, like this year was like probably the hardest year to deal with it, just because of the travel, and like, it's just hard to like keep, a connection and everything when you're thousands of miles away.
I get it.
And then
you're busy on top of
and
that.
then I'm busy. Yeah. And it's like, when, she'll want to have like attention, of course, but it's like, I'm busy right now. Like, I can't, like, I literally can't, like, I can't.
Where is
give you
she?
Florida.
Okay. And you're everywhere else.
And I'm everywhere else. Yeah.
Asia, Europe.
Except for Florida.
Except for Florida. Exactly.
How long have you been dating her?
I knew her, like, we've been on and off for like 3 years, but we grew up to, like, it's way more. So like, I met her in 5th grade. We've known each other since we were 10. We were in the same friend group. She was my first kiss in 8th grade.
Oh.
Like the first girl I did anything with or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, she was like literally my first for everything, right? And so it's just, it's like, it's hard, dude, to like let that go. Like, it's so hard because she's my best friend. Like, it's like when someone is your like everything, like after that, I would usually text her, be like, hey, I'm about to go on this like, I'm about to be on the Zach Sang show. Like, this is amazing. But, now I don't tell her those things. You know what I mean? It's just like, we're broken up. Like, it's just different. Like the adjustment periods.
How long have you been broken up for?
A couple weeks.
Oh, this is fresh.
I'd say, I mean, it's fresh. Not like it's been back and forth. Like, it's so complicated because it's just like, we both don't want to be the ones to be like, this has to stop. So like, we've been taking breaks or whatever, like throughout the year. Like, we'll take a break here, take a break there. So I mean, it's like, it's been inevitable, but it's like, I know that we've been fighting it so hard.
Do you think this is the end?
I don't think so. I know that I'll probably marry her. But just right now, it's just our paths are not aligning right now.
But has she fallen out of love with you? Did she give you an answer?
It's like, she knows that right now our lives aren't, compatible right now. Like, what she wants, I can't give her what she wants. You know what I mean?
I get it.
And like, it's too much. It's just a lot.
But do you tell her that one day you're going to marry her?
I've told her.
And what does she say? Sure?
I do.
Yeah.
Get out of here, liar.
Like we've always been the couple where it's like we always end up going back to each other. So we both know it'll happen one day, but this time, like, this is a real, like, breakup. Like, we can't.
Okay, if she said she's fallen out of love with you, but you're still going on and off, maybe she really hasn't fallen out of love with you. Love goes in waves.
That's exactly.
Aren't you excited to go on tour as a single man?
Yeah, is there no part of you down to embrace all this?
I'm so, like, and that's the thing, like, I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy just being able to, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like, it's not on my mind. So now I can fully engulf myself, like, in my music and in my artistry and, like, give every part of myself to my career.
But you want both because life reflects art.
I want both, but you can't have both sometimes.
But now you'll be in Europe. You'll be single.
Yeah, Europe, single.
And then what? You come back from tour and then you build up a relationship again. You get emotions out of it. You write another album and then it's a cycle?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
There you
I guess so.
go.
Yeah, have a Grammy-winning album, get back and then break up again.
Hopefully, knock on
Hopefully,
wood.
that's the goal.
Yeah. There you go.
I have an actual tree over here.
I know.
You do.
It's like-
We have a lot of wood in this room.
There is.
Very superstitious.
So much wood.
I like the pumpkins.
Thank you.
It's getting close to Halloween.
Yeah.
Like, way closer than I thought, and I'm so excited.
Do you know what you're going to be?
I thought about.
Do you even know where you're going to be in the world, too?
Oh, so we get back on the 25th.
Oh, cool.
So we're chilling. We're here for Halloween.
Nice.
And I haven't been in LA for Halloween for like 2 years.
You should
So
throw a
it's-
party at your mansion.
Oh, yeah. And then cry in a Lambo. I think I'm going to be our tour manager, John.
That's funny.
What does he look like?
So he just like, he wears the same thing every day. He has like a goatee.
I know.
He slicks his hair back. You know what
know
John
him,
looks like.
yes.
Wears a black shirt with like sweatpants and like his Nike running shoes. But it's like every single day it's the same thing. Or he'll sometimes whip out his camo joggers, which is exciting.
oh,
That's when he's trying to like look fly.
Sounds exciting.
No, it is. When John whips out the camo joggers, it's a good time.
It's a fancy time.
That's
Yeah.
also how you know, like, excitement and amusement on tour has reached a new low. Like, when you're excited by the change of somebody's shoes.
That's so true. I never thought about it like that.
I mean,
That's so funny.
I've catched all of them in mid-tour, and, like, you guys are just so in the rhythm and the flow of it all.
No, like,
and you've
once
given
you-
into the...
Once you get like a week in, you've found the system.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's beautiful. Once you're locked in, you're locked in.
Even the
'Cause, like,
video
even
game
the
load
2
in.
months, like, didn't even feel like 2 months just because, boom, every day's the same.
You go.
And you're just in cruise control.
One
it's
long
awesome.
day.
Yeah, it literally it feels like one long day. Yeah,
You
that's
should
crazy.
see the freaking setup for the video games that you all have in your dressing rooms. I mean, you don't
Necessary.
play, but it's ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. And you know what the
I mean, they
most
bring
annoying part
TVs
is?
with them.
The most annoying thing, like, they take up all the Wi-Fi,
At
and it's like
every venue.
we're like trying to like do stuff and like work and like, you know, do important things.
But no.
And they're in there just going in on Fortnite. Like, you'll hear like Zach will like scream as loud as it's like, okay, something happened. It's like it's ridiculous. They
Sad.
take up all the Wi-Fi and it's so annoying.
Sorry to interrupt the interview, but I got to tell you about canvaspeople.com. We all have those amazing photos that we love. We want to keep these photos forever, but they're sitting on our phones. They're sitting on our computers. Bring them IRL. Make them real. Make them so you can touch them. Canvas people, they want to do it for you. You send them your photo and they're going to send you back a beautiful canvas of your photo that is like museum quality. It's going to be ready to hang up. It's 100% legit. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful piece of decoration to go into your house. And it's going to really bring your memory to life. Canvaspeople.com. They want to hook you up with something for free so you can try it out first. They'll give you a free 11 by 14 canvas. That's free. 11 by 14 canvas. Send them a photo. They'll send you back your photo real. Like, you can touch it and stuff. This is a $69.99 value, and you're getting it for free. All you got to do is use my code Zach at checkout, canvaspeople.com. Use my code Zach, Z-A-C-H, canvaspeople.com. Let me know what you think.
Do you share like hotel rooms or buses with them, or do you get your own?
So I'm on the bus with the boys here in the city. So we had a crew bus, and then like the boys had a bus. So it's like me and Tyler, and then the boys on the bus.
So you're like the sixth member.
I guess so. Yeah, the sixth member.
Sixth man.
But like when we're in hotel rooms, I room with Daniel.
Oh,
Yeah, Daniel's
nice.
my roomie.
So would you say he's your favorite?
Yeah, I guess so.
All
I guess,
right.
you
You
know,
have to, right?
Have to just drop the bomb.
But it's also the two that don't play video games,
No, yeah, we play the least. That's for sure.
if ever.
And Jonah. Jonah doesn't play. I mean, he does, but not a lot. It's Corbin, Jack, and Zach. Like they're obsessed.
Yeah.
Like it's a lost cause. Like we'll be in. Like we were in.
Nuts.
Where were we? We were in Singapore, and we had like half the day off, and they were like, "Let's go play Fortnite." I'm like,
You're in Singapore.
what are you doing? Like I yelled, I was like, you guys are gonna regret this when you're older and you're never gonna come back to Singapore. Something happens, you're gonna be like, man, I wish I went out, hung out with Eben and saw Singapore.
And they're like,
And
okay,
I'm telling you,
Dad.
it's gonna happen. Oh yeah, they were like, oh bro, whatever, dude. Like, all right.
Did you get him out?
Hell no, I got Daniel to come out.
Of course.
Me and Daniel, we were like ready to go. We went, explored, it was tight. Singapore was awesome.
I'm sure.
Past 100 Days, that is the album. Roll. What is that?
Roll is just, I like to think of myself as like a super happy person. Like I am rarely like negative or sad. I feel like I always try and keep like good vibes, and that's what Roll's about. It's just let the good times roll. And I needed something that was just like a good fun time summer song on the project, because it was like more melancholy, this project was, compared to Finally.
Yeah.
Because Finally was just, that was me just wanting to put music out. So I was like, let's put out bangers, let's go.
Literally
everything
Finally.
needs
Yeah,
to smack. Like, and Past 100 Days, I was like, okay, let's show some growth, and like let the fans in on like just some more, like a more personal side of just my life and everything. But at the same time, I still wanted to throw in like a song that was a good time. And my roommate Josh produced it.
Cool. Do you really just roll with it? Are you that kind of person?
I just roll with it, because if you can't roll with it, you'll get stuck.
Truth. It's well said.
Because then you'll just start overthinking things, and then it's like all of a sudden you've dug a hole that like you can't get out of, or it's super difficult to get out of, like a rut. You know what I mean?
Totally get it.
So it's like I'd say after like my group ended and everything, and then I drove out to LA and my car got broken into and all my stuff was stolen, that was the day that like I started where I was
Rolling with
like,
it.
you know what? We're chilling. It's fine. It's, things can be replaced. I can go to Walmart and get underwear. Like they left only my jeans and my shoes.
Why?
They took my underwear.
That's really
And
messed
my
up.
socks. Like, no, it was so petty. I was more mad about the underwear and socks than like, I had just gotten like, my parents bought me like a new interface for recording and stuff. Like brand new, gone.
But material. They
Material
can be replaced.
things, it can be replaced.
Roll with it.
Roll with it.
And
And
the
ever
song-
since then, like,
Life.
In the
Like-
song "That's All Right," didn't you say your car got burnt? like,
yeah.
down.
Okay, so there was a lady. Did you hear about the NoHo arsonist?
How long ago?
It was like close to the end of last year. It was like December of last year or something.
No.
But all right, so there was a lady on a bike riding around North Hollywood,
Oh no.
setting people's stuff on fire.
What?
So she lit 3 houses on fire.
Jesus.
It was like 3 properties.
Yeah.
Right? So one person's whole car was like engulfed in flames. It was so bad. My house, we had those like, the tall skinny pine trees.
Yeah.
They'll put like a bunch of them together to make like a wall.
Yeah.
So we had those like on our driveway right in my car. I had like a little Fiat 500. I had to whip around.
Nice.
It was a stick shift too. It was fun. Anyway, it was parked right next to the trees, and she at like 4:30 in the morning, she decided to light it on fire, and the trees went up in flames and just melted and burnt like the whole the whole back of my car like melted to the ground.
I'm I'm so sorry.
Dude, like honestly, I've accepted the fact that I'll just never be able to have, like I'll probably never get a nice car now.
Yeah, don't
Like,
ever.
You're
like if I
unlucky with
like
them,
if I
yeah.
come into money, like I'll never get like a freaking Ferrari
Yeah.
or Lamborghini, because someone or something is gonna like just dreadful is gonna happen to it. It's just my track record. But
By the way, rule of threes. So get another crappy car, let that car get messed up, and then you're fine.
There you go. Yeah,
yep, okay.
there you go.
But I'm like lost for everything. Does insurance give you a new car?
Okay. So, joke's on her because
Is it?
insurance gave me like $1,000 more than what I paid for the car.
Oh,
so,
nice,
so I
okay.
came out of it winning. I was like,
Okay,
let's
okay.
go. Like, burn more of my stuff down.
Let's just roll with it,
No,
right?
it was funny. Like, my roommate, he was like, damn it, Eben. It's like, why didn't you let me park next to the trees? Like, I could have got that money. Because he was like genuinely trying to get a new car. And I was like, bro, let the good times roll. Like,
Do you get another
funny.
Fiat?
no, I got a Volkswagen CC, but
Wow.
joke's on me because I can't afford insurance out here. So it's been sitting in the driveway the whole time, dude.
Oh, so that's your third car. Okay. Wow. No,
So
to be fair, the insurance here is insane.
it's stupid. It's
Yeah.
like it'd be like $300 a month.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Especially
Like,
after somebody
makes-
burns your car down.
Yeah.
I think
like-
it goes
and
up.
you're gonna be on tour. Like, there's no point.
Yeah, exactly. And it'd
Yeah.
be sitting there and I won't be on. So it's.
Adult problems. Ugh.
I hate it. No,
Yeah.
I literally was on the phone with my mom yesterday, like just having this conversation of, this is not cool. Like, this is like,
This is not cool.
like when you're a kid, you think, oh man, it's greener on the other side. When you're 21, when you're 18, an
No.
adult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
Gross.
keep it away. It's disgusting.
And it just sucks everything you got.
Yeah, and it's
Energy,
like they're like,
money.
okay, your taxes are due.
what?
Okay, why didn't school teach me how to do these? Like,
Yeah.
this is the stuff that we should have learned.
My
Like,
friend, that is a whole other conversation about what we are learning in school.
Dude.
And what we need to be learning in schools to succeed as functional human beings in society.
exactly. It's like the IRS wonders, man, I wonder why not a lot of people are paying their taxes. Well,
I don't know how.
no one knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody understands any sort of the tax code. But then I feel like because it's America and everything's attached to an industry, if we teach people how to do their taxes, then accountants are whatever, then we don't need
Oh, yeah,
accountants.
exactly.
And then H&R
It's-
Block, ha,
see ya.
it's all attached. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's the big,
The man always
it's
wins.
the man. Oh, it's the man.
Pulling the strings.
That's it. The man.
We're a bunch of puppets, guys. This
Yep.
is
That is very true.
A bunch of burnt Ernie's.
Very true that we are all puppets, but it will change eventually.
it will in time.
The pendulum will swing back in our favor, and we will regain control, and
Indeed.
the people will rise.
The people will rise.
It's coming. I can feel it.
I can feel it in my bones.
Here's a music question.
Okay.
At what point did you decide I'm gonna rap and sing?
I don't know. Okay, I do know.
Okay.
So when I
Think about it for a second.
yeah. So when I was in my group, just because like creatively I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do, I told myself, I was like, okay, if they're not gonna want to make the music you want to make, you got to teach yourself how to do it. So I taught myself how to produce, so that I could start doing that, right? And I'd always been like drawn to the hip hop world of things because growing up, like just hip hop wasn't, in my house a lot. So I think I was just always drawn to it. And yeah, like when I first started producing, I'd make a beat and I'd be like, oh, well, let's write something to it. Let's see, like it's my song, like no one else is going to hear it. So might as well just try it. And Do or Die was actually like the first song that I wrote with kind of, like that rap like feel to it. And when I showed people, they were like, is that you? Like even in That's All Right, I just shot a video for it yesterday. And when I sent him the song, he was like, yeah, there's a rapper in this song. Like I need to know the name of him so we can get blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, that's me. He was like, what? Like, no, like I did the whole song. Like,
It's my
Do you
song,
want
bro.
that?
yeah, I don't mind it. I'm just making the music that I want to make,
Do you feel like your flow is your own, or is it inspired by other rappers?
It's definitely inspired by other rappers for sure. Like Chance the Rapper is a huge influence on me. Drake, Travis Scott, Post Malone, J. Cole is incredible. Kendrick, like it's definitely huge influences for sure.
Do you feel like you have the same, like a distinct delivery when you rap in every song that you feel like needs to be followed?
I think that I'm getting, the more songs that I make with, like me rapping and stuff, I'm getting better at it. So, I have a long way to go. And because it's like when I make songs, I always analyze it. Like I will listen to my music over and over and over again, just like really thinking about it, whether is this good or am I just excited, because it's cool sounding.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's your song and
it's my song and it's finished. I made it like a finished product or whatever, right? But I'll always go back and really listen and be like, okay, what could I have done better? And that's all right. Like, maybe I could have done this in the second verse because it would have been cooler, or blah blah blah. Like, I'm always trying to grow as like a writer and as an artist.
Do you feel like your mind is the only one that can allow you to grow in a sense? Like, do you feel like you need outside counsel? Like, do you go to somebody, like play your music and be like, what needs to be different? Is there a producer that you've learned from? Is there...
Oh yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I always bring my stuff. This guy, DJ Reflex, he used to work at Power 106. He was a DJ for years. And he's really he's one of my huge mentors out here. Cool. He's really taken me under his wing, and so every time I do it, like I'll do a song, I'll send it to him, and like he is super honest, like very honest. But like I need that, or else I won't know, because I'll send it to my friends and they're like, oh, this is crazy, man, like no way, like you made this song, I'm like yeah, exactly, like they're like pop bottles, let's go.
But they suffer from the same thing you suffer from. It's you.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it's cool.
Exactly. So I have to bring it to people that will tell me straight.
Yeah.
And Reflex, a producer named Radio, who did all the boys'
Lambo.
music. Yeah, and we did Lambo together. He did Free Fall on Past 100 Days, and he'll always be straight with me. Like it's so important. If I didn't do that, I would not grow as an artist.
No, you just be your own critic.
I'd be in the
yourself.
same, like, oh yeah, okay, well, oh no, that's tight, keep it, yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Like when it is.
What kind of negative feedback has he given you? Like anything just like brutal?
Yeah, like it's just, oh, this sucks. It's like, oh,
Okay.
oh, bet, okay. So how do we?
I mean, I worked hard on that, though, right?
Yeah, like I really went in on that song, but then he'll explain why. He'll be like, okay, like it needs to be more exciting, or it's too busy. Where it's like, what is going on? Because my problem is when I usually will make a beat first. And so I'll try and fill in the gaps with different melody things where usually a vocal would carry that. So it's like when I try and go back in and write on it, I'm having a hard time like hearing melodies because there's no open space for more melodies because I fill it in with a bunch of musical stuff. So like even beats, he'll be like, strip it, like trim the fat. Like you put way too much stuff into your beats and everything. And so that's what I've been learning too, is just trying to simplify everything.
Less is
because
more.
Less is more, and that is like so big in music. It's like you listen to the songs nowadays, there's like 6-7 tracks like total in like the production, but it's like because people want just simplicity.
Yeah. And I think there's two schools of thought, right? It's simplicity, and then there's total opposite. And
Yeah.
like, there's songs like, I don't know, when you're going down the track numbers, I'm thinking about Ariana and all the different layers to one of her, like any song, Sweetener, there's 1,000 of them. You can either, you're right, you either go super complicated or you go super simple.
Yeah,
But I mean, great stories can be told either way.
that's true.
I want to talk about Why Don't We? They bring you in to give expertise and to guide them. Is there like one piece of wisdom that you shared with them as they entered into the boy band arena?
There was one thing that I always told them, like even from the first day that I met them, like I was like, it is so, I can't stress enough how important it is for you guys to be completely honest with each other. Because if you start the BS and trying to please people now, this is not going to work. It's going to crash and it's going to burn like every other group that's crashed and burned, including mine. Like you all have to be on the same page completely, wholeheartedly. Like Why Don't We is a collective group of you 5. It's not Daniel, Jack, Corbin, Jonah, Zach. It's Why Don't We? And if you don't have that mindset starting out from the very beginning, you guys have to be on this creatively, like everything. Like you guys have to be so in sync and so tight that you can never be broken up or let outside influences be, oh, you'd be so much better solo, bro. Like, why don't you go solo? Because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm
sure there's managers whispering in everybody's ear.
Oh yeah, it's the industry. It's the music industry. Everyone's trying to get at everybody. But, they definitely took it seriously because they are so, like when there's a conflict, which there always is, it's like when someone has a problem with someone else or whatever, like they're actually good at talking about it. They will all go into a room. They'll be like, all right, guys, we're having like a private meeting. It's just the boys, and they'll just figure it out.
That's great.
And like they'll come out and everyone's smiling and laughing, and it's like, oh, tight. Guess they're all good now. Like and it's not even like that a lot, but it's even the fact that they can do that is crazy, because usually in groups, it's people's egos are too big, and I'm not going to take criticism from someone who's younger than me. Like, no, it doesn't matter how old they are. You need to listen to what they're saying, and if they're right, they're right, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. And then be able to accept it and move on, because no one's holding bad blood. Like, we want to just move on so that we can, as a group, keep winning.
Yeah, and you got to communicate.
You have to communicate. Oh my God. Oh God, if my group communicated, we would have lasted probably another month. But that's it, because there are so many more things we were missing. But that was like the main thing that I told them was, you guys have to be so honest with each other, and it's a family, and you're going to fight. Like, it happens. You're going to fight. That's life.
That's how it works.
That is brotherhood. Like, you will fight each other.
That's a family.
It's a family. But to be able to just stay as a family, that's the most important thing, and they've been able to do that.
It's pretty cool to see that you really turned your journey and what could be seen as almost like a cautionary tale into wisdom to help fuel and build somebody else's career, but at the same time utilizing that to build your own career.
Yeah.
You got, 2 birds with 1 crappy stone, my friend.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just glad that, like, they just let me come into their circle. And, like, when I first started with the boys, like, I was driving them to the airports, like, picking them up food. Like, it'd just be whatever, that Dave, because I was working, like, for the management, right? Yeah. So, like, we just, as time went on, as I would, see them be in a situation, be like, okay, guys, like, this is what I like. It's so weird because things would happen with them, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I've literally been through this with my group. Like, it was weird. Like, it was like deja vu. So I would be there and just grow with them and be able to help them, like, get past whatever. And then at the same time, like, they knew that I was doing music, so it's like I would always show them my songs, and
it's mutual support.
Yeah, it is. And it's still a weird feeling for me because I did not have that, like, in my group. Like, so it's such a foreign, like, wait, you guys actually, like, care? Like, you genuinely do? And it's like, they do. And it's so nice to have people who genuinely have your back that you're with, like, on a daily basis. It's nice. So rare. Yeah.
Is EBEN your real name?
It is. My mom named me that. Well, my mom and dad, so EBEN was my dad's best friend. He lives in, like, Charlotte, and they really liked the name, and they thought it was, like, unique, and that's why they named me EBEN. And then my little brother's name is Asa.
Oh, that's cool.
So EBEN and Asa.
Wow.
From, like, King Asa in the Bible.
And where in Florida are you from?
So I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, grew up in Cincinnati. All the family's still back there. My brother just went to West Virginia University. He's in college, which is like...
Wow.
That's so weird. He's my baby brother's in college.
And then your girlfriend's in Florida.
Yeah, my ex is in Florida.
God, ex.
Yeah, that one hurts.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's all I don't care.
Again, like, by the way, I Googled you very hard to find anything out about you. Maybe I'm nuts and maybe there's websites out there, but I didn't find anything.
We all use the
Ohio.
same websites, I think. So
I've been staying low key.
I like it.
for the past, I'd say year and a half. I've been learning and focused on my career, and I've been online and stuff, but not really like being out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've just been super focused and keeping my head down.
And building a following and building a fan page and getting
yeah,
out there and performing
getting out there.
consistently.
Yeah.
It's cool. Have fun in Europe.
Oh, I will. Europe is
Will you take a bus around Europe or are you going to fly stop to stop?
bus, thank God. We had to
Cool.
fly every time in Asia. It was the worst.
Double-decker bus?
Double decker. It's gonna be so tight. I think it's the same bus that we had last time and the same driver, Charlie.
Wow.
sweet.
He's awesome.
sounds
Charlie's
cool.
oh yeah, he's from Liverpool and has like the craziest accent.
Oh yeah, they have weird accents there. I love it.
I love it. I live for it.
Look at you. What a life.
It's amazing. I've checked off like way more on my bucket list than I ever would have thought
Keep it going.
in like a year. It's crazy, and I don't plan on slowing down. Let's
Pat-
go.
Past 100
Maybe
days.
stop doing that. But I'm just kidding.
Past 100 days deserves your ears. Stream it now.
Stream it now.
Evan, everybody. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for having me, y'all. I appreciate it.
I really hope you enjoyed that conversation. If you did, please subscribe and also check out our podcast. There's a link in the description, and also comment and like and do things. Other interviews are on the screen somewhere, so click them. Thanks for watching.